Mark Henkel will be presenting HPL Project's Presenting the Results presentation. Mark is our Area 6 Governor, and he is the club coach for us here at Running Hill Toastmasters. Mark is an ACG, which is Advanced Communicator Gold, and an ALB 3 times over, which means he's achieved the Advanced Leader Bronze 3 times. With tonight's presentation, Mark will be working toward his ALS, which is Advanced Leader Silver. When he completes that ALS by July 1st, that means Mark will have become a Distinguished Toastmaster, the pinnacle achievement of all of education tracks at Toastmasters. And Mark will have earned that DTM in only his first 3 years as a Toastmaster. One of the requirements for earning the ALS is to complete a High Performance Leadership Project, HPL. That requires 2 presentations. Tonight's speech will be the second of those 2 required presentations. The objective of Mark's presentation tonight is to present the results of the HPL project that he has chosen, which is of significant importance to every one of us in the club. Mark has asked for 5 to 7 minutes. Please give me a warm welcome to Mark Henkel presenting his HPL project plan, presenting the results presentation, finding our club's next location. Mark Henkel.
Our club needs a new location. Now that could have posed a tempest for us, but my vision was to make it easy for us to find a new location and make that transition. I'm here to tell you that that vision to make it easy and something that we could do has succeeded. With that said, I also had a mission, and the mission statement was a little more specific, and that was that I wanted to come here and make a presentation on this particular night to offer a list of 2 or 3 different options for us to have available for us to vote at the next meeting. I'm also here to report that that was not successful. However, to use an anecdote from baseball, it was sort of like this. The pitch comes in, and I'm ready for it. But pitch comes, it's a ball. Comes in again, and it's a ball too. Ready to go? In comes the pitch, and swing and a miss. It's 2-1. Back up again, and pitch comes in, swing and a miss, and again. So now we're 2-2. Come in again one more time. Ah, it's a ball. 3-2, full count. Am I going to strike out or what? Pitch comes in, swing it, bang! It's a home run! That's what I believe I've got for us here this evening. Now, in doing this HPL project, the High Performance Leadership, I had an HPL committee. A couple members from this club, David and Bob, have been guiding me. We've met every week. And I've also, through their guidance, also reached out to members in our club asking for assistance as all our stakeholders in what we would have for a club. And we had a number of different levels of assistance, and some really great ideas have been given and offered to help. We had some excellent help. Our newest member, Lori, has been outstanding. She has stepped right up. She has made calls. She's talked to people. We've had help from David's given some great help. Bob's given some great help. And we had a number of things happen. We reached out and thought maybe Lions Club might be a good location. And we discovered, as Bob had called and spoke with them, that, well, they need some donations. And that's kind of a financial issue, and that wasn't something that we could do. And there have been some ideas of perhaps reaching out to colleges, and Lori had spoken, found that also was going to need some resources. There was some ideas of something near the Unum locations, but we don't need a whole bunch of clubs all in one clustered location. That really wouldn't have been too good for us. And there have been a couple recommendations for us to perhaps go a little north, like to Falmouth and so forth. But just this last month, our district has been involved in proposing realigning, and 2 Portland clubs were almost realigned with Augusta, Brunswick, and Lewiston. So we don't want to go north of Portland because the district might start realigning and put our club and our area contest and so forth would have been much further north. So we really did want to stay further south to South Portland, Scarborough. So there were some challenges that had to be addressed with this, and every option kept coming, and look, nothing's going to happen. And then speaking with a receptionist who works at the Barron Center, where another club actually holds its meetings, gave an unofficial recommendation, and it was excellent. Now, what I learned from this whole HPL project was that I needed more time. I needed to have allowed more time for things to be done and to be achieved, and for members to be able to be more involved. I also learned that I needed to find better incentives for our members to be more active in trying to proactively help us find locations. And I also learned that sometimes you gotta sacrifice an important value for an extremely wonderful value, more than you might have expected. So that's why I stood up to bat, count 3 to 2, home run. The Maine Veterans Homes was suggested. This place is only 4 miles away from us. I contacted them, and they had me come and visit them, had me see the rooms, and the room was beautiful. This is just a slight example of the room. It is a huge professional boardroom table, lots and lots of room. Just to give a little bit, I don't know what the level of view is, but from looking down one direction, there is a flat screen television at the end of one of the tables that can actually be available for PowerPoint presentations for our practices. And there is also, on the other side, this exact same kind of setup as well that can be used going in the other direction. Lots and lots of room for even a charter strength. And it is beautiful, 2 doors, it's closed off, we're private, free parking, extremely easy to find. It's on Route 1 in Scarborough, 4 miles away. It's less than 2.5 miles from the exit 42 at the Cabela's exit. Straightforward. It has a massive sign, you can't miss it. And it allows us, we're going to be meeting at the Maine Veterans Home, so we're not branded or connected to any corporate enterprise, but something that we can all be patriotic pride, something that is serving our American veterans. It is a wonderful location. I went through the process of submitting the formal letter, and they loved what we're about. We might even get members from the employees that work there to join us. That's how excited they were about this location. But then we discovered something. On Tuesdays, the first Tuesdays of the month, Kiwanis meets. And on the last Tuesdays of the month, Boy Scout leaders meet. And so we had to look for other days. And so in order to have this opportunity, we discovered that it would either have to be on the 1st and 3rd Wednesdays, the 1st and 3rd Thursdays, or the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays. Now, we didn't even look at the 2nd and 4th Thursdays because Woodford Toastmasters meets on that day in our area, and I've also discovered that Blueberry Hill meets on the 1st and 3rd Wednesdays. So really the best options for us available would be the 1st and 3rd Thursdays, because right now we're 1st and 3rd Tuesdays, or the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays. So we would need to vote on changing our day as a club. As well, because it is in the traffic area, there will be some rush hour, so we probably will want to think of pushing back our time to 6:30, just so that we can get there. But there's all kinds of restaurants available, so if someone is driving there and you're a couple minutes early, you can grab a quick bite to eat on your way there. So that's something we also would need to consider as well. So essentially it would be the 1st and 3rd Thursdays or the 2nd and 4th Wednesdays. So that was, the key value was to get us to that Tuesdays, but this is such a beautiful gold mine. And the reality is, it's the only one that became available for us. And what an available option it is. It is truly that home run. So from doing this project, I learned that, as I said before, that truly I needed more time, that I should have allowed for myself to do this. I learned that I should create better incentives that could have incentivized more of our members to be able to more actively participate. And I learned that sometimes you have to sacrifice what you thought was an important value, like our Tuesdays, for what's an even greater value, this great, outstanding location. So I may have been up there with a full count. That pitch came in, that's a swing, bang! It's a home run. The Maine Veterans Homes in Scarborough, I recommend that we vote to approve that, and also the time changes as well. I'll also be giving you my letter that I had submitted so everybody can see a copy of what it is. And if you have any other further questions, we can discuss that after we get through the educational portion of this meeting. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much.